It is. Yep, you're live.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Good morning. My name is JP. I'm now at Kechara Forest Retreat, Bentong, Malaysia. Thank you very much for joining me on the third day of the morning mindful morning meditation. Okay. For the last 2 days, I have been going through with you all the 5 minute meditation. Some of you have expressed that it was too fast, but most of you have told me that, that it helped and that it was a good start because even sitting down and calming the mind is actually quite challenging. But like I said, as long as we take baby steps to just calm ourselves, you'll be fine. So we will do 5 minutes and then we'll graduate to 10 minutes next week. All right. So now, I will talk more later. So if you like, if you have any questions, you can always save it at the end of the 5 minute meditation. Okay. And today I will talk more about meditation and boredom, how to tackle or how to handle your boredom during this lockdown when you're in meditation. Okay, I'll explain more later. Okay, so right now what we'll do is we will do the 9 round breathing meditation, like what I taught for the last 2 days. And if you have missed it, well, you can watch it again on my videos, and you'll be able to follow through very easily. Okay, so we're going to start with the 9 round breath meditation. Is everyone ready? Good morning, Cassandra. Thank you so much for joining. Hi, Sharon. And hi, Jason. Okay, I think I'll wait for everyone to settle down just for a little bit, and then we will proceed with the 9 round meditation. Okay, not 9 round meditation, it's a 9 round breathing meditation. Sorry. All right, so just a quick recap of how you do the 9 round breathing very quickly, then we will do it. All right, using your left palm, your left hand, thumb in your palm, wrap your thumb with your 4 fingers, put it underneath your right armpit, right hand, you press onto your left nostril, just very gently. All right, even with this, what we call the Vajra fist, when you put it underneath your armpit, just very gently. You don't have to squeeze your arm onto the fist. Just rest on it very gently. Okay, like I said, this is to open up the meridians in your body so that when you breathe properly, when you breathe in and you breathe out, you can actually send the oxygen throughout your whole body more effectively. So it'll open up all the meridians and your chi will be able to flow much better. All right, so we'll breathe in and out 3 times. All right, and then after that, when we're done, with your right hand, thumb in your palm, wrap it with the 4 fingers, and you put it on underneath your right armpit. Again, very gently rest on it. Left finger onto your right nostril, and you breathe in and out through your nostril very naturally. Okay, don't force it. Just breathe in and out as you always do. And then after that, 2 palms on your thighs, and breathe in and out from your 2 nostrils. Okay, and don't forget tongue. Okay, curl it up. This is your teeth. These are your set of teeth, upper teeth. This is your tongue. Curl it up and rest it very gently on the top of your teeth. Okay? This is to keep your mouth from drying up. Okay, that's it. All right, so very gently, like this, and just close your mouth very gently. So you keep this throughout the entire meditation. All right, and then of course, when you breathe in, let the air go down to your stomach. Feel your entire abdomen filling up. Okay, down here, fill it up. So your entire abdomen here will fill up. Just very naturally, just let it fill up very naturally. All right, you don't have to force it. And then after that, breathe out. And remember the visualization that I taught you. What you need to do is you visualize when you breathe in the air, it's healing white light going in to your nostril and filling up the entire body with healing white light. Okay, every single cell in your body, it's lit up by this white light. And when you breathe out dark smoke. And that represents all your worries, your stress, your boredom, your anger, your anxiety, all the negativity that's in your system. Breathe it all out. Okay, so, and I was asked, what if you have difficulties visualizing? Then just hold on to the intention that every breath you take in is healing white light. And when you breathe out, just know that it is dark smoke representing all the negativities, and you get it out of the system. Okay, so the intention is very important here. So just know it, yeah, because some of us may have problems visualizing. It's fine. It's all about the intention. Okay, so we're all ready. Then we will start with a 9-round breathing meditation. Hi, Mayong. Hi, Waiting Morning. Hi, Cotland. Hi, Natasha. Oh, you're ready. That's really good. Okay, so we're going to start with the 9-round breathing meditation now. All right? And here we go. Left hand. Wrap your thumb. Put it underneath your armpit. Right hand onto your left nostril and breathe in. In. Out. Remember to curl your tongue. In. Out. And in. Out. Okay? And with your right hand, put it under your armpit. Left hand onto your right nostril. And in. Out. In. Out. And in. And out. Put both palms on top of your thighs like this. And breathe in. Out. And in. Out. And in. Out. And we're done. Okay, so that was very easy. Now, hi Louis. Thank you so much for joining, Louis. Okay, so that was the 9 round breathing meditation. And again, like I said, this is to immediately ground yourself, all right? Because as the lockdown continues, a lot of us are feeling very stressed out. Some of us are going through anxiety, irritation, and so on and so forth because we're not used to staying in our, in our homes all day and night. And we're so used to doing something, whether it's taking care of your family, your children, your spouse, your work, running errands, whatever they may be, because we're so used to that routine. Now all of a sudden, it's cold turkey, and you just have to stay put in your home. So that's where you get the withdrawal syndrome, I call it, because your body and your mind would start to react. Yeah, and our friends who are so bored, they actually have a conference call with each other, drinking themselves silly. Okay, so those of you who are watching me, you know who you are. Okay, so yes, it's fun to do that once in a while. Yeah, but well, you know, I understand where that's coming from because because some of our friends are very used to just drinking during happy hour almost every night. So it's a big shock to the system, to stay at home and not hang out with the buddies and have a good time drinking and all that. So with meditation, it will help us rehabilitate our routine, and because we learn to focus, we learn to control the mind and focus. If you do that consistently, like I said, just 5 minutes. That's all it takes. You don't have to meditate 1 hour every day in order to feel the difference. The key here is to learn to control the mind just by focusing. All right. In my meditation, we just focus on the nostril, which is what I said the last 2 days. The air going in and out. All right, it's very easy. You don't have to focus on a statue. You don't have to focus on a candle. Nothing. Okay, your breath is with you everywhere you go. So it's very, very easy. So make it very convenient. Make this a daily part. Just make this part of your daily routine. And if you do this long enough, trust me, you will be able to look at your boredom, watch it, and let it pass. Watch it and let it pass. That's why for the last 2 days, if you've been watching my guided meditation, I always say, when your mind starts to wander, by focusing on your thought, like, oh, what am I going to eat later? Oh, I have an itch here. My body is aching. In parts that you never thought would ache. It's fine. It's fine because your body and your mind are going through a withdrawal syndrome. So it's reacting, but you just watch it. Just watch it, and it will pass. And you watch it, and it will pass. So if you do this long enough every day, so even when the feeling of boredom arises, which many people are going through right now, you just watch it. Watch the experience. Watch that feeling, that emotion of boredom. Watch it and it will pass. Watch it and it will pass. It may stay with you for the entire 5 minutes and you go, what's that all about? It's fine, because when you do this every day, that emotion of boredom will decrease day by day by day. You just don't put so much energy into that experience. Okay, just like what I said, when a thought arises from your mind during the meditation, don't go and don't try to analyze it. Don't put thought, a lot of thought into it. Don't. Just watch it like a movie and just let it pass. All right? I will explain more about a meditation called contemplative meditation later, much later. I think right now we need to get to the fundamental of breathing meditation. And in this instance, it is a single pointed meditation where you just learn to control the mind and just focus. Once we are good at that, then we'll proceed to contemplation, okay, where you think about a certain topic like letting go, even boredom itself, how to address boredom in your meditation. We can do that, all right? But like I say, let's learn to control the mind first. Once you have a good grasp of controlling your own mind, then we zoom into all these little things that we would like to look into, okay? So, hi Zinkoi, thanks again for joining me today. And Tan Wubi, if I pronounce that correctly, good morning. And Lai Hing, Frank, thank you so much for joining. Wow, you guys are very consistent, Lai Hing. I am so proud of you. Lai Hing is my uni mate from the States, so. Hi. Okay, so let's start with the 5-minute breathing meditation. And then after that, I will talk about boredom and how you can actually, how to apply that in your meditation throughout the day. Okay, I will give you the tools and you can actually work on it if you like. Okay, but let's start up with boredom. As one of my Dharma brothers in Kechara, he was giving a talk on boredom using Buddhist philosophies last night. Yeah, I heard it went pretty well. There were a lot of questions. It was, so there were a lot of questions, but we won't go so deep. I will just give you a very simple understanding of what boredom is all about and how it arises from the mind and how we can actually deal with it using our breathing meditation. Okay? All right, so everyone, let's start with our 5-minute meditation. Okay? So again, remember to sit on the edge of the cushion, like here. Okay? Propped your spine upwards. Okay, sit comfortably. If you cannot sit on the floor, it's fine. You can just sit on the chair, but sit at the edge of the chair so that you don't lean back and fall asleep, which a lot of times we do that as beginners. We tend to fall asleep when we start to still the mind. Okay, still as in STILL. All right, so find the center. You can rock towards the front and back, go back and forth and find that center. Okay, make sure the back is straight but relaxed. Okay, make sure you don't feel a tension on your abdomen and at your back, because if you do, you just have to adjust it. Okay, just find that center and ever so lightly tilt your head downwards a little bit. Just a little bit. Why? It's to keep your spine straight. And that's very important, because as you breathe in and out, you fill your body, you fill your entire body with the healing energy and all the oxygen. Okay? And you want the chi to flow effortlessly throughout your body. Okay? And you feel revitalized and full of energy after this. All right? Again, your hands, you can put it on top of your thighs like this. You can put it like that with your palm facing up. You can have this mudra if you like. It doesn't matter, whatever you feel comfortable with. Okay? On the first day, I had this positioning. Okay? You can do this. This again will help you open up the meridians. The chi will flow much better. Okay? But if you don't feel comfortable doing this, you can just rest your palms on your thighs like that. So whichever way, there's no right or wrong way, just whichever you feel comfortable. All right? So we shall start with our 5 minutes meditation. Okay, remember to roll your tongue upwards very lightly and your eyes look down. Don't look don't look straight ahead. Don't close your eyes. 45-degree angle. All right? Because if you look straight ahead, you may be distracted. Somebody may walk past, you may see a flicker of light, whatever it is. 45-degree angle. If you close your eyes, you tend to fall asleep. So we don't want that. All right? So just look down like that. Okay? And 3, 2, 1. Breathe in the healing white light filling your entire body. Feel it go down your abdomen. And breathe out the dark smoke representing all your anxiety, stress, anger, irritation, boredom, all the negativities. Breathe it all out. And you breathe in and out. Breathe in. Feel the sensation around your nostril of the air going in and out. Bring your attention back to your nostril. Every time a thought arises, just watch it and come back and focus on your nostrils. And if you're starting to itch, try your best not to scratch. Watch that sensation, but bring back the attention to your nostril. It will pass. The itch will pass. Breathe in naturally and fill your body with the white light, the healing white light, and breathe out all the dark smoke, all the dark negativities. Every time you breathe in, fill your body with only healing white light. Every cell of your body is tingling with this healing white light. If you hear a sound, watch it, but bring your mind back to your nostrils and focus on the sensation of the air passing through your nostrils, going in and out. In and out. breathe in all the healing white light and breathe out all the dark smoke. There's no room for negativity in your system, in your body. And you're glowing in this white light. And your entire body is tingling with this healing white light. Your shoulders are so relaxed, and your body and your limbs are very, very relaxed now. All your worries are gone, and you're just immersed in this healing white light of love and compassion. Okay? And we're almost done. 3, 2, 1. That's great. So you can now bring your focus back to your room, wherever you are. And how was that? Excuse me. Okay? How do you guys feel? Today is the third day. You can write your questions here, and I'll take your questions. Okay? So today I'd like to talk about boredom. I thought it was a very apt topic that Pastor David spoke about yesterday. But before I go there, I was going on Facebook this morning, and I came across this quote that my friend wrote. Well, she posted. She didn't write this. It was a quote from Winston Churchill, and Mr. Churchill said, "Never let a good crisis go to waste." I thought that was very apt. Not that this crisis is good, but I guess any crisis, there's always the flip side to a coin. So, and how is that? You see, this is how I look at it. Since we have this crisis, and there are many thoughts that have gone through my mind, and it made me realize that, no matter how invincible we think we are, and how powerful we think we are, and how powerful we think, countries are, whatever, so on and so forth, and all it takes is just a virus to bring the entire planet down. That's all it takes. You don't need nuclear weapons. You don't need all this fancy schmancy, weapons to bring anyone down. All it takes is just that one virus, and all of us are locked down in our homes, and the entire economy is paralyzed, and that's all it takes. So whatever we do, we must always remember that, that nature, Mother Nature, is actually a lot more powerful. And Mother Nature has been around way, way long, way, way before us, for hundreds of millions of years, I think billions of years. So we are just a speck in that time frame. All right? So now, since we're under lockdown and most of us are frantically cooking away, reading books, spring cleaning our homes again and again until there's nothing more to spring clean, and you just don't know what else to do with yourself, why not just check in with yourself? The reason why we're frantically looking for things to do during this lockdown. Now, you just examine yourself, okay? You don't have to say yes or no right now or agree or disagree. Just check in. When you feel that boredom, immediately go into this meditation mode. Okay, just sit on a sofa and you watch that feeling. Watch it. Observe it. Observe it. Watch it like you're watching a movie. Where is that boredom coming from? Where is it arising? Where? And what is all that boredom about? These are questions we ask ourselves when the boredom arises. Why is there a constant need to do something? Be it our hobby, be it eating, just constantly doing something, watching your favorite TV show, movies. Why are we so restless? Why are we always latching on from one thing, one activity to the other? Even sleeping. Or whatever it is that you like to occupy yourself with. What's that all about? So after you have done your 9th round breathing meditation, you calm your mind and you watch. What is this boredom all about? Okay? And when you do that, well, for myself, when Malaysia had what we call the movement control order, which is a partial lockdown, it was a little bit of a shock to my system because I work in Kechara Forest Retreat as one of the directors here, and I'm constantly on the go. So my friends who know me, I'm always busy doing something for the charitable organization. So when we were all forced to stay back in our homes, yeah, my body and mind went through a little bit of a shock. Why I say a little bit was because when my teacher was around, he has passed away since last year, we used to have a quote-unquote lockdown with him to do work in the retreat. And we'll be here for months and we didn't go anywhere. All we did was every time we wake up, we'll be given tasks and we'll be working 12 to 16 hours depending on the urgency of the work. Be it writing articles, be it for myself, I'll be building, fundraising, talking to Rinpoche students, talking to new people who want to know more about Buddhism. Whatever it is, we were constantly doing something to benefit others. And it was just month after month after month. So we were all trained to focus out on projects that would benefit others. So with that kind of a training, it was a meditation. It was an active meditation. You see, meditation doesn't mean that you need to sit like this, be zenned out. You don't need to. It's all about focusing. All right? So you can focus on ironing, which many people think is very therapeutic, washing the dishes, right? Gardening. A lot of people do gardening because it's very therapeutic. Just learn to focus, and that's the key here. So we've been trained to focus out and do things that were beneficial to people, to others. Now, but even that was stopped during the lockdown. So I had a bit of a reaction, and I was like, oh God, I feel really bored. So what should I do with myself? So immediately I checked in by meditating and asked myself, what is this boredom about? Why is my mind and my body going into a reaction that I cannot even sit still? It's like I'm just frantically looking around. What can I do? Oh, should I clean my room? Should I do this, do that, do this? Should I catch up on my paperwork? What? Should I be giving instructions, to my team, even though they're all working from home? What? So I sat down and I started analyzing my mind. I watched my mind and I watched what the boredom is all about. All right? If you zoom in to your boredom, you will also realize that that sensation arises from the mind. It arises from the mind. All the emotions that we have, the happiness, the unhappiness, the anger, the irritation, the anxiety, all that arise from the mind, even the boredom. So we zoom in to the mind. So when I zoom into my mind, I watched it, and I watched it, and I watched it. I didn't analyze it. I didn't think, what's that all about? What's that all about? I knew already what that is all about because I was just used to being on the go all the time. So I used my single pointed meditation technique to just watch it like a movie. And within minutes, less than minutes, seconds, the boredom just vanished. Okay? It just vanished. So why it happens to me so fast is because, like I said, I've been meditating every day when I do my prayers. Because in Buddhism, we are to do our daily prayers. So I combine my meditation and my prayers, and it helps me tremendously. And as what my teacher always says, if we are very consistent with our practice, whatever they may be, in this case meditation, we will be able to bounce back much faster, much faster. Lai Hing knows this. I used to complain to her, I'm so bored. I was constantly bored. Even sitting down with my friends, I'll look at them like, I've this bored face. And Lai Hing would always say, I don't know how to help you anymore because you're always bored. Well, you know what? I'm no longer bored. Because why? Because I realize that boredom arises from this habituation of always needing to do something to stimulate my five senses, to stimulate it. Okay, I would, because I love to sing, and I would go for my singing classes. I was part of an a cappella group in Malaysia, and after work I would pursue my hobby of singing. Okay, then after that I'll hang out with my friends, all my buddies, all my good friends. We'll go out, we'll eat, we'll have drinks. So I was always looking out to how to please my senses. So my attention was always about that. And when there were times that I felt bored, And, I'll go, okay, maybe I should drink more because I feel bored, so maybe I didn't drink enough. Oh, maybe I should see more of my friends because I'm feeling bored. Maybe I'm not seeing them enough. Oh, maybe I should go see a movie. Oh, maybe I should sing more because because the boredom is right. So, what's my point? No matter how this is my realization. No matter how much energy I spend on pleasing my five senses, it was never ever enough. It was never ever enough because the boredom will arise when I sit down and after work. So right after work I'd be like, okay, what should I do next? And it was a norm with all my friends and myself because we did not know better. So I would play mahjong. I would, what did I do? I would sometimes swim in my house. I'll play a bit of tennis. I did everything. So I'll go through phases in my life that I will play sports. I would do, yeah. I would hang out. I would do whatever, and it was just going through one phase to another, and it was just never ending. And after a while, I realized, wow, I think I got to take time out and really figure out what's happening because deep down there's this voice that's telling me something's not happening. I'm not doing or I'm not getting it. And at that time I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what it was. So after meeting my teacher, Rinpoche told me what it was all about. It's because I was just too focused on always looking for something to do to occupy my time. So why is it that I'm not okay with just doing nothing? Literally doing nothing and be okay with it. Okay, so, and that's a challenge. So if you feel bored, watch that boredom. Watch that boredom. Notice as you're meditating where that boredom arises from and what is it that you're bored. What is it? Okay? What is it that you're bored and what is it that you need to do? Why is it that you are so, quote unquote, addicted to a certain activity in your daily routine? Why I call it an addiction is because when you're not doing this thing, whatever it is, you feel agitated, you feel irritated, you feel the anxiety, and you just feel very restless, and that's an addiction. Because if you're not addicted, you'd be fine just sitting there, not doing anything. Even watching movies, even watching TV, which some of you guys I know, my good friends, they're constantly like, okay, JP, I can't talk to you, I got to watch my TV series. I'm not judging here, but just watch. Because I'm sure my friends go, oh, see, there he goes again, he's judging. I'm not. I'm not judging you, I love you guys the way you are, all right? So what I'm saying is, watch and understand where that attachment is coming from. Okay, we are creatures of habit. Remember that cliche? We're creatures of habit. So it's good that we break it. Why? Well, look at what's happening with this lockdown. Because a lot of my friends used to say, what's wrong with my lifestyle? There's nothing wrong. It's just that if you're so attached to it and it becomes a habit, that's a danger that in the event that, like this, lockdown, you cannot go out and have your happy hour. You cannot, you cannot go out and do your work. You cannot meet your friends, which you so truly enjoy. There's nothing wrong with it. You see, the activity is not wrong. It is our relationship with these activities that we embark on. That's the danger. And what's the danger? We are so addicted, quote unquote, to these activities without even realizing that once situations arise like this, where you have a lockdown, you go into a shock. You go into a shock, and your body and your mind reacts. So you tell me whether or not you like that. So if you don't like that experience, that every time when something is taken away from your daily routine, you go into a reaction, then work on it. Work on it. Because as we start to age, just fast forward 20, 30 years, some of you 40 years, we will eventually not be able to do a lot of things that we like to do when we're younger. And if we don't address that attachment, we will suffer. How many people of a certain age become very bitter and become very agitated and so fixated that if you break that daily routine of theirs, they will scream and yell at you, they'll snap at you, they're full of anger. It's because they're so habituated with daily routine that if you do anything to interrupt it, they just cannot help it. They go into a reaction. Right? Personally, I don't want to be like that. There's nothing wrong with them, but it's just a lot of suffering, and I don't like to suffer. I'm a chicken when it comes to that. So I told myself I better start working on it, so that when I meet up with my friends, yes, I enjoy it. When I go out drinking, yes, I enjoy it. But you know what? I'm not going to be attached to it. If I don't have it, I'm just as fine. Of course, there is a reaction, but you know what? I bounce back and I get myself centered much faster than before, because I would go on days and days and days being very, very bored. And I'll just go, oh God, it's tough. Okay? So that was my journey. And I will still work on it, so that why? So I bounce back within seconds. And I don't have to suffer mentally because of that. All right? Are there any questions?
Yes, there are. There's a question from Iman.
Yes.
Good morning, JP and everyone. My question, when we breathe during the meditation,
So it's like, hi Iman, when we breathe during meditation,
number one,
okay?
should we inhale and exhale deeply? Because I read somewhere that deep breathing during meditation helps us to relax.
Okay, deep breathing. So should we breathe in and out deeply? Well, that is what the ninth round breathing meditation is about. So before we go into that, into the 5-minute single pointed meditation, you do the ninth round. It is to help you breathe in and out. So you have a deep breath, but don't force it, because there are many of us when we first start, we force it, until you feel an ache in your abdomen. That's too much. Just breathe in deeply, let the air go in to your abdomen and fill your body, just ever so lightly, and breathe out. Don't go, it's exaggerated. Don't do that. It's too forceful. Just breathe in naturally. Let the air come in. And that's why when you sit up right like this, your abdomen will expand naturally downwards. Okay, so it will go out like that. Very naturally. You don't have to force it. And then breathe out. And it will decompress. And breathe in. And breathe out. So when you do that, that's why after you've done with the ninth round breathing meditation, immediately you feel grounded. And if you don't, do another 9 rounds. Okay, I hope that helps.
The second part of the question, which
Okay, second part of the question.
I think you've answered, should the pace of our breathing be slowed down?
Well, breathe naturally. Some people, all of us have a different pace when it comes to breathing. Just do your own pace, whatever is natural, all right? So if you if you breathe too fast and you don't normally, breathe that fast, then you're going to start hyperventilating and you're going to feel dizzy. So we don't want that. All right? So just breathe naturally. Like I say, naturally and out. Whatever that means for you. All right? Okay, I'll take the next question.
There's one here from Kok Yuan Lam.
Hi, Ko Yuan Lam.
Can I move on to visualizing the white healing light?
Can I
Move on to visualizing
the
white healing lights
coming
from Lama Tsongkhapa
from Lama Tsongkhapa
and through Guru,
filling into you,
and breathe out the black smoke, thus clearing out all negativities from my body.
okay, and breathe out the dark smoke to get rid of all the negative. Of course you can do that. Of course you can do that. Okay, and next question.
There's a question here from Lai Heng.
Hi, Lai Heng.
Should I just observe their boredom during meditation, or should I visualize the boredom going away?
I think for now, to make it simple for you, what you can do is you watch that boredom, don't analyze it, and just let it, and it will pass. It will pass. All right? It will take a lot of effort, knowing you, it will take a lot of effort, but you just control your mind, challenge yourself, yeah? Like your itches, how you go crazy when you itch and you go dramatic. It's time to control your mind. Watch it and let it pass. Watch it and let it pass. Okay, so watch your boredom and come back to your breathing. Watch your boredom, come back to your breathing. Okay, if you do that consistently every day, it will become effortless. Right now, it will be a challenge because when I first did that many years ago, I was just watching my boredom and it just never went away. It was there for 15, 20, 30 minutes. I was like, I don't know about this. But you know what? It will eventually go away because you just have to bring your attention back to your nostrils. Bring the attention back to your nostrils and focus on the sensation of the air going in and out of your nostril. Okay, just bring it back. And when you keep bringing it back, after a while, you don't even realize that your boredom has actually left. Okay, so for now, for beginners, just watch it and bring your attention back to your nostril. Okay, when I say watch it, it means don't delve into it and go, oh, what's that boredom about? Don't do that yet for beginners. Don't do that yet. Okay, I did that much later to analyze what that boredom is about. Once you have learned to control the mind, I will go through with you the contemplative meditation on how to dissect your emotion. And once you start dissecting your emotion, because you have a good grasp on controlling the mind, it'll be much easier. Right now, if I ask you to do that, you're going to go haywire because you will open up a can of worms and more emotions come out and you go, oh my God, I'm angry, I'm unhappy, I'm irritated. Which ones do I focus on first? So don't do that, okay? Just bring your attention back to your nostrils, all right? So for Lai Heng, that's for you. Next.
Lai Heng has a follow-up question.
Follow-up question, okay?
What can a person do if they are addicted to analysis?
What should a person do if you're addicted to analysis? I wonder who you're talking about. Well, that is a form of, you see, even analyzing, even if you are so used to being a certain way, that is an addiction. Addiction, again, let me explain. How do you know whether or not you're addicted? Is when you don't do it a certain way or when you don't do a certain activity, you feel irritated. Oh, no, that's me. We always say, but I'm only human. That's me. My dear, when you were born, you weren't like that. You developed that tool. You developed that way of behavior. Okay, so when many people tell me, oh, but I can't help it. That's the way I am. Well, go back 20, 30, 40 years ago. Were you like that? Were you actually like that? And if you weren't, What happened? You must have conditioned yourself to become like that. Something must have happened in your life that made you the way you are. So you are not like that, you just became like that. So the good news is since you became like that, you can become something else. You can change. So if you are addicted to analysis, well, do this meditation. If you always find yourself having to analyze every single thing, and sometimes you can get irritated because you cannot figure it out, and you just have to analyze. Again, immediately go into meditation, focus on your breath. Watch that sensation of wanting to analyze, bring that attention back to your breath. Watch it, go, hello, and then bring it back to your nostril. Okay, and then it will be a struggle because your mind is about, I want to analyze it. And you go, time out, focus on the breath. Because when you do that long enough, you are actually learning to control your mind. And instead of being controlled by your emotions and your likes and dislikes, you actually control your mind. It's the other way around. Okay? So do that and let me know how you feel. Once you have learned to go, okay, I'm bringing my attention to my nostril, and you know what? The sensation of wanting to analyze is becoming less and less and less. That's why it's very, very important to meditate every day. Just 5-10 minutes is good enough. All right? Don't go cold turkey for 1 week and then catch up at the end of the week and go and do 1 hour. It doesn't work like that. All right? We'll take on more questions.
There's one here from Sharon.
Hi, Sharon. Is it Sharon Ong?
Yes.
Hi, Sharon Ong.
9-round meditation.
Yes. 9-round meditation.
Should I have blocked my nose on that day? How should I do it?
If you have a blocked nose on that day, how do you do that? Well, you got to clear your nose. If you just want to ground yourself, excuse me, if you want to ground yourself and you have your sinus or you have a cold, well, then you have no choice. Then you have to use your mouth. It will not be as effective, but it's good enough. It's good enough. All right?
There's one here from Sophia Lim.
Oh, wait, before that. But you can't go, block your left lip and you open your right, and you cannot do like lip by lip. You can't. So what you do is just taking deep breaths. Don't force it. Taking deep breath through your mouth. Of course, you won't be able to do this, right, with your lips. You cannot. So just like this. In and out through your mouth. But again, sit erect. Shoulders relax. Roll them. Okay, relax. And use your mouth and breathe. Breathe in and down through your abdomen. Okay, and that will help. Just do 9 rounds of that. All right, Sharon, and let me know how you feel after that. Okay, next.
Question here from Sophia Lim.
Hi, Sophia Lim.
Can I do this meditation in the evening? Thank you, JP.
Of course, you can do this meditation anytime you like, anywhere you like. As long as you feel comfortable and relaxed, it's fine. All right? Some people say, will I be feeling something paranormal when I do that? If you have paranormal experiences, if you have that affinity and the karma to have paranormal activities, even without meditating, you will still experience it. Okay, it doesn't take meditation to open that up. It's just that when you meditate, you will feel more focused because your mind is calm. You will be able to, you be more aware, that's all. You'll be more aware. They have always been there, it's just that you be more aware. So if throughout your life you have never felt them, you've never seen them, even when you meditate, you won't feel and see them. So it won't make a difference. So for some of you, especially some of my friends who are very chicken, they say, oh, I don't want to meditate because I don't want to see spirits and all that. Honey, if you have never seen them, oh, sorry, not honey, my dear. If you've never seen them or experienced them, even through meditation, you will not. Okay, you trust me on this. All right? Any more questions? Hi, Kirsten. Oh, you finally wake up. Hi.
There's a question from Cassandra Daphne Lee.
Hi, Cassandra. Yes. What's your question?
But a bit hard during exhale, is it okay?
It's a bit?
But a bit hard during exhale, is it okay?
But a bit hard during exhale, is it okay? I'm not sure what you're trying to say. You find it difficult to exhale? Is that what you're saying? When you exhale, well, just like your normal breathing. When you breathe in normally. Like I said, don't force it. Breathe in the way you normally breathe. Some of you may not breathe in properly, which what I've seen in some of my friends. It's a very shallow breathing. They just breathe. Shallow breathing means you let your breath come in just to your lungs, and it stays there. It stays there. Okay, how do you know whether or not you have shallow breathing? It's because when your stomach doesn't rise, that's shallow breathing. So when you breathe in deeply, and the trick is just put your hand over your tummy like this, and when your hand rises, it means you're breathing deeply. And you don't have to force it, just very naturally. So you look at my hand right now. See? And it decompresses when you breathe out, just very naturally. The key here is don't force. Breathe the way you breathe. Okay, I'm going to put one hand on my tummy and one hand on my chest right now, like this. Notice that both my hands move outwards because I'm breathing downwards to my abdomen. And I breathe out. Okay, it's very subtle. You will feel it. You will feel it. If your hand on your abdomen doesn't go outwards, and only your hand on your chest goes outwards, it means that you are doing very shallow breathing. So bring the attention down to your stomach here and just practice breathing. Yeah, so when you sit upright like this, it will be much easier. If you slouch, it will be very difficult. And if you lean backwards, it's going to be a bit difficult as well. All right, so find that center, again, that center of your spine. Just, okay, don't lean forward, don't lean backwards. Once you have found that center, you will be able to breathe. Now it's just training yourself to breathe in a healthier manner where you have much deeper breaths. And when you do that long enough, then you will train yourself to breathe in the correct way. Okay? So if you're having difficulties breathing out, I think it's because normally you may not be breathing correctly. Okay, so do that, and after a week or two, share with me the difference that you feel, if any. All right? Okay, next question, please.
Last question.
Last question.
This is from Moon Chan.
Hi, Moon. Hey, hi. Long time no see. How are you?
She asks, do you mind to share the quote again, starting with the word crisis? I think it was the Winston Churchill quote.
Oh, the Winston Churchill quote. Yes.
And we can put it up again.
Okay. It says, never let a good crisis go to waste. Never let a good crisis go to waste. This is with Winston Churchill. All right? Now, I'm not saying that this COVID-19 is a good crisis. All I'm saying is it is a crisis. So since we are undergoing a lockdown situation and you have nothing else better to do, then why not do a bit of meditation and get some work done on yourself. And in this instance, it would be meditation, because meditation is a very, very good way to start examining our mind, examining all these attachments that we have without labeling them. Okay? I'm not saying they're good. Excuse me. I'm not saying they're good, nor am I saying they're bad. I'm just saying control the mind, because everything arises from the mind, be it your happiness, your sadness, your anxiety, your stress, your insecurities, your fears. All the feelings that we get, that we go through, arise from the mind. So use this lockdown and invest this time of our lives into examining the mind. Because when we start examining the mind, we will realize how powerful it is, And all the inhibitions that we have, all the things that we always put aside because we never had the time to address them. Now is the time. All right? If not now, when? So what I'm saying is, the flip side to the coin is, hey, now that you have all the time in the world, let's start working on ourselves. And once this lockdown is over, you would have transformed. Because of the daily work that we have all done, working on the mind, you come out fresh, revitalized, having a new perception of your life ahead of you. And you will have, and from then you would have already built a new relationship with the activities that you surround yourself with. You have learned to build a new relationship with the activities that you surround yourself with. Okay? So, well, outwardly, nothing may have changed for you, but inwardly, your relationship with these activities would have changed by then. Hopefully. Okay? If you have realized that you have changed by not being so, quote-unquote, addicted to these activities, whereby when you do these activities, great. And if you don't do these activities, you're just as great, and you're just as peaceful and calm, abiding as you are. And if you have come to that state of mind, then you have succeeded. So you're no longer a slave to these activities. You're no longer a slave to the activities. A slave to these activities what does that mean? It means that you don't have to if you don't want to. You don't have to if you don't want to. And you won't feel bored, you won't feel irritated, you won't feel that something is missing in your life just because you don't do this. So you would have again realized that you have learned to control your mind. You're not suppressing your mind. You have reestablished your relationship with these activities. And what is this reestablishment? You are no longer addicted, quote unquote, addicted to these activities. Okay, I hope that explains. Do we have any more questions? Agnes Uy. Hi, Agnes Uy. Is that my sister-in-law? Let me see. Oh, it's not my... Yes, time's up. Okay. No, it's not my sister-in-law. Hi, Agnes. Okay, I think that's about it. It's more than an hour. Thank you very, very much for joining me in this morning session. I hope it was beneficial to you all. Like I said, we shall do this every day for 5 minutes, and I will give you more explanation so that you will understand the benefits of meditation much better. Thank you very much and have a great day.